The Google Ads maximize clicks bid strategy is often underutilized by people who just follow the guidelines given by Google Ads. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but when you go to set up a new campaign, oftentimes Google will say, you're tracking conversions, so you should start with the maximize conversions bid strategy. And if you do that, your ads might not end up running at all because you need to have some conversion data in your campaign before you can really utilize the more advanced bid strategies like maximize conversions, target CPA, etc., etc. So, let's say this is a brand new campaign we set up. We haven't launched it yet, so it's still paused. Doesn't have any clicks or impressions or anything like that. My recommendation would be to start with the maximize clicks bid strategy from the very outset. And if we take a look at Google Ads breakdown of the different bid strategies, we can see that this is maximize clicks is designed to get as many clicks to your website as possible within the given budget. And so this is a $20 per day budget that we have set for this campaign here, which means by starting with the maximize clicks bid strategy, when we go ahead and launch this campaign and take it live, Google is going to try and figure out, using machine learning algorithms, which is just AI really, it's going to figure out how do we get as many clicks as possible in this campaign given the parameters like budget and everything that are set up in this campaign specifically. And the reason I encourage people to start at maximize clicks is because that's going to get you the most traffic through your campaign to your website, and hopefully you're going to be able to get some conversions coming through in that initial phase. So you might let this run for 2 weeks or 4 weeks or however long it takes, at least until you have maybe 15 to 30 conversions in the campaign itself. And then once you have some conversion data in the campaign itself, then you can start moving up the ladder here to these more advanced bid strategies, which are showing in bold here. So things like maximize conversions, and there's also maximize conversions with target CPA. That's kind of just slightly different. And those are designed to get as many conversions as possible at a fixed budget or fixed cost per conversion, more or less. So that's for increasing transactions or leads. And you can't really get to this point properly without first starting out at the base level where you're actually getting some data, because once you switch to the maximize conversions bid strategy, Google Ads is going to then start taking into account all the data relating to your existing conversions and figure out who should the ads show to at what time of the day and what geographic area, such that you're able to get as many leads or transactions as possible given the set budget. And after a period of time, when you've used the maximize conversions bid strategy for a while, you've gotten some conversions that have come through, you've gotten a decent cost per action or cost per lead, then at that point you can look at going up to the next level, so long as you have values set for your leads. And so, when you look at a campaign, there's the cost and then the cost per conversion. Actually, I don't think I have it set up here. But you can modify these columns and add in conversion value, like this. And then we can move this around too as needed. So maybe we would put that right here. So once we have some conversion value data pulling in and we know the value of the conversions that we're getting, then at that point we could then switch over to more advanced bid strategies like maximize conversion value or target return on ad spend. And those are going to be designed to increase sales, profit, and qualified leads. So that's when we can really dig into getting the ads to deliver us more value. So at first we want to start by getting as many people as possible to the offer. Then we want some conversion data. Once we have some conversion data, then we can focus on having Google get us more conversions. And then as that conversion data is accumulating and we're figuring out the return from those conversions, like how much revenue we're generating, then that's as long as that's being populated in your Google Ads account, then you can look at going up to a conversion or a bid strategy that is going to improve the results, the value of those leads, right? So increasing sales, profit, and qualified leads. So that's kind of the escalation. There's one other one here, brand awareness, or increase or stabilize awareness, which is target impression share. That has very specific use cases, so we won't really go into that. But for most, accounts and campaigns, you'll want to start with maximize clicks, then go up to these other two here, and then go up to these two. And you want to do them in sequence so that you're accumulating the correct data as needed in order to scale up these different bid strategies. And ultimately, when you get to this top one, that's when Google is going to be able to use its AI to generate more profit for your business, which is ultimately what most people want. But if you tried to start with this bid strategy like maximize conversion value and your campaign is at 0 and doesn't have any conversion data, it's going to be a little bit difficult for the AI to figure out who to put your ads in front of, at what time, in what area, etc., etc. So, moral of the story is, if you're launching a brand new campaign, I'd recommend starting with maximize clicks. Then after you have about 30 conversions or so in this campaign, then you can transition to maximize conversions, which you'll do all of this from the campaign settings up here. So I just have a campaign selected. If we go to campaign settings, then we'll see the bidding right here. And if we click this drop down, we've got maximize clicks selected already. And then you can click this change bid strategy and go to like maximize conversions. I would start with just maximize conversions, then you can do a target CPA, and then eventually over to conversion value, which just is like the more generic basic version. It's going to just try and get you the highest amount of revenue based on your ad spend. And then eventually you can set a target once you kind of know what your return on ad spend is. So that's how you would scale things up. There are also these little toggles here. So I like to set a maximum cost per click bid limit, which just means I want Google to get me as many clicks as possible so long as it doesn't cost more than $5 per click to get those clicks. And so this is just determined by doing some keyword research, kind of figuring out what the average cost per click is for the keyword you're trying to advertise for. And then you can set it somewhere that you feel comfortable with, knowing that you're not going to be spending, $50 on a click when your daily budget is only $20, right? Because then you're going to exhaust 2.5 days worth of your budget with one click. That's going to cause a lot of problems. It's going to make it difficult to get enough traffic initially. So you don't necessarily have to use this. You could leave this turned off, but definitely start with maximize clicks, then go up to max conversions, which is like this, then target CPA, and then eventually you can get into maximize conversion value, and then eventually target ROAS. So I hope you found that helpful. If there's anything you did have questions about, don't hesitate to reach out. Just drop your questions in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to get back to them there. Look, if you're the type of person that just doesn't even want to deal with Google Ads anymore, then you can always reach out to me. My company is Missoula SEO Geek. I'll leave a link to my website down below, but we do manage Google Ads for different companies in different industries, and you can come learn about what we do, what makes us unique. You can even read some of the testimonials from some businesses that we've taken from 0 to over $1 million in revenue, like this one here, and really just see that this is the type of thing that's going to explode your business growth. So feel free to reach out. You can always give us a call or contact us through our website, and look forward to working with you.